The Citadel, once again, 1-6. They are 0-1 in their only other previous SoCon action so far this year. The Bulldogs coming off 4 dual meets in 2 days last weekend at the Virginia duels, and they dropped, of course, all 4 of those. The Gardner Webb running Bulldogs, in the meantime, have to turn around very quickly from a loss at Campbell last night. Here's the 125 weight class. Patrick Carney and Landon Loalbo are underway for the Citadel and Gardner Webb, respectively. Patrick Carney, a sophomore out of Cincinnati, Ohio, who's 9-17 on the year, 3-4 in dual competition. Landon Loalbo, the redshirt sophomore, 1-7. He is 0-3 in his dual meets so far this year. So Carney and Loalbo off to a little bit of a slow start here in the opening match of this dual contest here from the McAllister Fieldhouse this afternoon. We mentioned Gardner Webb was in action just last night, less than 24-hour turnaround time for the running Bulldogs, as these 125 grapplers get towards the edge of the circle. Just a foot in there by Loalbo as he's trying to gain control over Carney, but they do exit the circle, and they will have to reset in the middle. Still no score here between Carney and Loalbo. Landon Loalbo, a native of Virginia Beach, Virginia, he was the only running Bulldog of Gardner Webb not in the lineup for last night's Southern Conference duel at Campbell. So Gardner Webb turning things around very quickly, but Landon Loalbo you expect to be pretty fresh compared to his other teammates. Everybody else in the lineup tonight for Gardner Webb, they were wrestling less than 24 hours ago last night at Campbell. So a tough little bump in the schedules. Dual matches. Still Carney and Loalbo feeling each other out here in this opening period. No score. Citadel and Gardner Webb facing off in the first Southern Conference action at the McAllister Fieldhouse this season. So maybe not a start that the Citadel head coach Rob Yearling wants for his sophomore Carney. Carney says head coach Rob Yearling, a much better wrestler. You don't want to see him standing around. He said you want to see him get aggressive. Wants to see a match with a lot of action where Carney is making things happen, and that really has not happened so far yet. A stymie between Loalbo and Carney in the early goings here so far. Now Carney trying to make things happen, but a good response by Loalbo as he's got his arm wrapped around the neck and trying to gain control, get on top of Carney here. Close opening bout at the 125. First match of the day, and now Carney will try to slip away. That's 2 points for Gardner Webb. And now he's trying to tie up Carney. He does. And Loalbo with the 2-point takedown, and then he finishes with the pin. So Gardner Webb, one heck of a start here at the 125. It was a slow start, but Landon Loalbo will get the pin of Patrick Carney, and it's 6 points for visiting Gardner Webb. So Carney falls to 9-18 on the season, 3-5 in dual competition. Meanwhile, Landon Loalbo, who did not wrestle at Campbell last night, he gets the win, just his second of the season. He's now 2-7, 1-3, his first dual victory of the season. Here's the 133. Garrett Hancock, the sophomore for Gardner Webb, will take on Andrew Zielinski of the Bulldogs. Zielinski, a native of Lexington, South Carolina, 7-16 on the year, 2-5 in dual competition action. The transfer out of Coker College, Division II program here in the state of South Carolina. And again, a slow start. No early points in either of the first 2 matches. That pin by Landon Loalbo over Carney, by the way, it happened 2 minutes and 57 seconds in for that pin that gives Gardner Webb a 6-0 lead here after one match. Just an early feeling out process, as we kind of saw in that 125 match, but things can turn very quickly here, especially with the mobility that these guys have in the lower weight classes. Hancock trying to be the aggressors. He goes for the legs of the Citadel Zielinski. Hancock, a native of Troy, Ohio, who redshirted his freshman year last year, competed unattached. So I called him a sophomore, but you could just as well call him a redshirt freshman. Did compete with the program a year ago, but using his first year of eligibility this season. And now a chance, and the crowd's starting to get into as they sensed a big chance to score there. But Zielinski will stand up Hancock, and we are back to dead even near the edge of the circle. Again, it's Hancock going for the legs. He will get the takedown. And now a chance to go for more, a predicament for the Citadel Zielinski. Zielinski, who went 1-3 in 4 duel matches the past weekend, the Virginia duels where the Citadel took part in. Zielinski's only win last weekend was a victory by forfeit. So he has been in a little bit of a rough patch, as have the Citadel Bulldogs, mostly as a team, trying to bounce back, get their first dual win over a Division I opponent this year. And trying to score points here for the near fall. Wasn't able to hold him there for more than just a second. He's got both of his shoulders, and he will get the pin. Gardner Webb making a statement. 2 straight pins to open the day. 12-0, the Running Bulldogs lead it over the Citadel. So with the win, Garrett Hancock improves to 6-5 on the season, 13-5. And Marinelli will win by major decision, so another 4 points for Gardner Webb as we trudge ahead here in today's Southern Conference duel. We move to the 174, where it'll be Austin Trott for Gardner Webb, facing off against the freshman for the Citadel Bulldogs. That will be Martin Duane. Austin Trott will score the early takedown here. So a 2-0 advantage for the native of Kingsland, Georgia. Austin Trott's coming off a victory at Campbell last night as he scores another 2 here, makes it 4-0. He pinned Alex Herringshaw of Campbell 2 minutes and 28 seconds in. Improved to 13-1 on the season and 7-0 in his dual meets so far this year. He scores 2 points from a near fall there, almost getting the pin there of the Citadel freshman Martin Duane. Duane, a native of Hilton Head, South Carolina. With that major decision, Gardner Webb now leading at 16-9 over the home Bulldogs. Austin Trott, one of 2 Southern Conference champions in Gardner Webb's program history. Remember, they've only been in the SoCon in wrestling only, going back to the 2011-2012 seasons. Here's another chance for near fall for Austin Trott. He's got one shoulder down, trying to get the second. He will get the pin. So how about that? 2 days, 2 pins, and Austin Trott, an NCAA qualifier at the 165-pound weight class a year ago and a former Southern Conference champion last year at the 174. He will get the pin, and another 6 points for Gardner Webb as he takes down Martin Duane of the Citadel. And we are on to the 184, where another former SoCon champion, Hunter Gamble, the redshirt senior, recently ranked as the 17th best wrestler at the 184 class, and that coach's poll released yesterday. He takes on Chandler Sambitz of the Citadel, a redshirt sophomore out of Hanahan, South Carolina, a graduate of Bishop England High School. So, will Austin Trott, he won the Southern Conference Championship last year. Gamble, one of the two SoCon champions in Gardner-Webb's program history, he claimed the SoCon title as a freshman at the 174 class. That was back in 2013. Hasn't really been able to get back to the mountaintop since doing so. After winning the SoCon championship his freshman year, he would redshirt the following season, believe it or not. He was nationally lauded as one of the best redshirted wrestlers in the country that year. He scores a 2-point reversal here to draw first blood over Chandler Sambitz. It's 2-0 in favor of Gardner-Webb's Gamble. So after redshirting, following that SoCon championship year as a redshirt sophomore, he lost in the title bout in the Southern Conference Championships at the 184. And then last season, he was a all-Southern Conference selection, went 24-9, a perfect 7-0 in his SoCon duels, and he entered the SoCon Championships as a number 2 seed, but would disappointingly drop his opening match at the championships in Asheville. So a little bit of a disappointing end to what was an otherwise great season for Hunter Gamble, and he would miss out on a chance to qualify for the Nationals. He did so as a freshman in that Southern Conference Championship year in 2013. Still trying to get back to that as a redshirt senior this year for Gardner-Webb. Gamble is in control, with Chandler Sambitz down on the mat, 2-0. 40 seconds left to go here in the opening period of the 184-pound bout here. Gardner-Webb with a commanding 22-9 lead over the Citadel Bulldogs. They've had 3 pins today against the Citadel. Just in the confines of the circle. And a little tiptoe there as Sambitz is able to stay alive. And it'll stay at a 2-0 match as we head to the second. Citadel with some ground to make up, trailing 22-9 to Gardner-Webb here in their home arena, the McAllister Fieldhouse in Charleston, South Carolina. Gamble competed last night, losing 4-2 to V.A. Hino of Campbell. So he fell to 12-3 in the year, 6-1 in his dual competition. So the first loss that he had in a dual meet for Gardner-Webb this year. There's a 2-point reversal. Really looked like Sambitz pretty much gave it to him. They're going to give him a takedown for that. So 4-0. With Gamble now leaping out to that advantage. Nope, it was a reversal. So 4-0. The official score here at first indicating that it was a takedown before correcting himself. So 4-0. Hunter Gamble with the advantage over Sambitz. Sambitz went 0-4 in the Virginia duels last weekend. So 2 days, Friday and Saturday, and the Citadel Bulldogs essentially go head-to-head with 4 other schools. Took on a UVA, who was the host of that tournament. NDSU was there, another nationally ranked program this season, Old Dominion and Kent State. Chandler Sambitz, good experience for him as a caution here is given. A little bit of a hold-up with 1:07 on the clock here in the second period. Sambitz faced off against his first-ranked opponent in his career, number 9 Jack Dechow of Old Dominion. That would be a technical fall defeat for the Bishop England High School product. And he is now down under predicament here with his elbows to the mat. And Hunter Gamble trying to gain control on top of him. So this is just the second ranked opponent that Sambits has faced in his career, and it essentially comes back to back. Of his last 3 matches, 2 of them have been against ranked foes now. Sambits 2-15 on the season. He's competed in 7 dual contests in the Bulldogs blue this year. 1-6 in those. Still hanging around with the 17th ranked wrestler in the country in his class. As the horn sounds, it's 4-0 in favor of Gardner Webb's Gamble. And Sambits will pick the neutral position here to start. 2 minutes left to go, and we'll see what Sambits can do here. He's got a chance for a statement victory down 4-0. He'll try to claw his way back into this one, but a 2-point reversal as Gamble slips on top. Makes it 6-0, but Sambits will slip away to score 1. Now a 5-point match. And another 2 there for Gamble. Make it 8-1. Goes for the near fall. One shoulder down, trying to pull him back. Get that 45-degree angle or less to the mats. And he will get the full 4 on the near fall points. So chalk that up to 12-1 to Gamble. So Sambits was hanging around in this one. It was just a 4-point match heading into it. Sambits will be granted an escape point here, as he's essentially let go by Gamble. Then a 2-point takedown makes it 14-2. And now he will get near fall points once again. 4 more in a dominating third period by Hunter Gamble. Makes it 18-2. And that will be a technical